G'day guys, my name's Chris, aka I Ride Taz. Welcome back to my carport, welcome back to the VL250 build. And today we're going to de-tab the frame where I removed the stock airbox. Just a little detail to clean it up, make it a little bit more sort of professional looking. Yeah, join me. Guys, I'd just like to thank my sponsors as per usual, chopthebob.com.au. Go to the website, use iRideTaz10 on checkout and grab yourself some awesome merch. But as I said in the intro, we are going to de-tab the bike and the frame where I took the stock airbox off, tuck some wires, just clean up where I removed all that stock gear to make the bike look a little bit more simple, slimmed down and cleaned up, finished. Guys, I'm always pretty cautious about removing tabs from a bike because once they're gone, it's hard to return it to stock or reverse what you've done if it doesn't work without welding new ones on. And then from there, are they going to be in the right position, etc. It's a lot of hassle. So de-tabbing a bike is often the last thing I end up doing. But there's a couple here, etc. where the stock airbox connected up. I'm also going to loosen these screws and tuck the wires. Just going to do a few things like that to neaten it up. Just going to disconnect the horn just to get that out of the way. Just going to put some rags over the fuel tank just to protect it and limit any chance of a fire just because it's a vented fuel cap. Yeah. And we might take this one off first. I will just cut this one off and then I'll use the flap disc to bring that back flat. Nice, 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 nice. And we'll just give it a lick of paint. Just use a Phillips head screwdriver, and rather than cutting these ones, we'll just take the coil out, remove the bracket, and then put the coil back in. It will be neater and will sort of cause less issues. Take that out. Pop that back in there. Put the spacer behind. I do love the fact that this bike already has the coils tucked in up underneath the tank. Just means that you don't have to modify and move the coils elsewhere. It's only a small bike, so to not have to relocate them, absolute win. Just another quick coat. Cool. Just get everything out of the way. Here, we're just going to take this one off. Just going to try and bend this out the way a bit. Yep. Yeah, nice. Just reconnect the horn. Other thing I've been tossing around the idea of is removing these caps that cover the head, just to simplify that area down, slim it down, give it a more vintage retro look. So let's get one off and see what it looks like. They're an 8mm. Yeah, okay. I might just reposition them if they'll fit. So we'll just cheat and I'll cut them in half just to pop them back in and just give it a finished look, because I quite like that. I think it's quite simple. Yeah, I quite like that. It gives it a more mechanical look. So I'll just cut the other one. Reseat that back in. And let's give it a quick spritz. Yeah, I quite like that. I think it simplifies the bike. It makes it look more retro. I'm not sure. It's a very easy job to put them back on. But I think I'm going to run without them for the moment. Yeah, I quite like that look. Let's get the rest of them off and see how it looks. So that's the other side done, and I gave it a quick swizz with some brake cleaner. I'm really liking that sort of more old school mechanical look. The chrome covers were nice and they were in reasonable condition, but this sort of suits the more old school retro look that I like. So I'm not going to bore you with the other side. I'll get back to you once it's done. So guys, that's the frame detabbed. Again, it sort of visually gives you a bit more room up in this section, and that just makes it look even more awesome. The more room, the more negative space in here, the more a bike seems to come together. The other thing that's added to that space visually is the removal of the big square chrome head covers. I like the look. I think it looks very retro, a little bit more mechanical, a little bit more old school, and I think it suits the bike really nicely and the sort of 70s inspired era that I'm going for. This may not be for a lot of people, and you might prefer the shiny chrome, and that's completely fine. It's up to you guys. These videos are just to inspire and sort of document what I do and how I do things. They're not even how-tos as such. But yeah, I'm really happy with how that looks. Yeah, really happy with how that looks, and I hope you guys like it. If you could like, comment, subscribe, share the videos around, guys. The bike's really coming along and I'm really happy with how it looks. The build videos are always on a Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Australian Daylight Savings Time. Join me, hit the bell notification so that you're alerted if you badly want to watch it as soon as it's released, guys. Check out chopthebob.com.au, use iRideTaz10 on checkout, and yeah, join me next Tuesday for the next installment of the VL250 bobber build. Guys, until I see you then, I'm out. Have a great day. See you next Tuesday.